Rush Hour Russian Lesson 1. Okay, this is our first episode. You excited?
I'm so excited.
This has been a long time in the making. Welcome to Rush Hour Russian. This is the video podcast where basically...
Something's jingling.
Okay, welcome to Rush Hour Russian. This is the video podcast where, we drive to work and we're going to learn some Russian. We have the lovely Lubimaya here, a native speaker all the way from Ukraine. That's right. So she's going to help us out. I am Fila. That's my Russian name. My Russian name. So basically the idea of the podcast is we drive to work. We're in rush hour traffic. While we're doing that, we're going to learn some Russian. Use
your time wisely.
Exactly. Become a rolling university. And if you're driving to work, or if you're riding a bus or a train or a helicopter, I don't know.
Bicycle?
Maybe. Yeah, bicycle. Whatever you're riding, the spaceship, whatever you're riding on, this podcast, we're going to keep until about 15 minutes, and we're going to go over a lesson each day. So to or from work, throw this on and learn some Russian. So
what are we going to learn today?
Today's episode is the first episode, so obviously I think what's most important is just being able to greet someone, say hello to them, or also say goodbye to them. So we're going to go over greetings today, hello and goodbye, and a couple of other ones. So let's get started.
Let's do it.
Okay, so if I just met you,
yes,
what would be a couple of ways I could say hello to you?
And you're trying to hit on me?
Hitting on you might be a little bit later.
Advanced.
A little bit later.
Well, you would start
the advanced
case,
master class.
In any case, that's not free. There's an extra podcast later on.
That's right. So how would I say hello to you?
The first thing you would say привет, which is hello.
Привет. Okay, so привет. I'm a non-native speaker, so what helps me, I think the hardest thing when you're a non-native speaker is knowing two things about the words, pronouncing them. How many syllables and where are the accents? Those are like the trickiest things to learn when you're learning a language. Of course, with all the vocabulary and stuff. So, привет, is that one or two syllables?
It's two syllables. Привет.
Okay, so it's not three, two.
No.
Привет. And it sounds like it's kind of up and then down, like привет.
Not necessarily, no. You would say just regularly, привет.
Привет, so it's just even tones,
yeah.
kind of. Привет, okay. All right, so that is a basic hello.
That's right. But that you would say to somebody that you already know, or somebody who is probably your age, or you feel comfortable to say, kind of that. But to a larger group, or to people that you want to use respectful version to, you would use здравствуйте.
Okay, so здравствуйте.
Здравствуйте.
Здравствуйте. So that's definitely three syllables.
Здравствуйте.
Те. Okay.
Здравствуйте.
I'm working on this pronunciation. Like a lot of listeners out there, you may have started. I've started this a couple of times using some software and some famous software you probably know about. We're not going to mention them on here though. And just didn't stick with it. So like anything in life, consistency compounds, and the more you do, the better your results are going to be. So if you do a little bit, you're going to get a little bit of results. And I just stopped doing it because I lost the engagement. But since we have the lovely Lubimaya, a native speaker,
you found the engagement.
She's she definitely helped with my engagement. So hopefully it'll help you too. So
well, it helps me if you understand my native language, because sometimes there are things that you just want to express in your own language. You want your partner to understand you. And your family. Because how many times have you been to Ukraine now?
I've been there 3 times.
And how many times were you able to communicate with my family? 0 times.
We speak through the universal language of
No, we speak through me.
Of music.
We speak through Lubimaya because I have to translate back and forth.
I just play songs on YouTube that convey what I'm trying to say. Okay, so basically we have привет, which is more of a, like hi, basically.
Familiar, yeah.
Like just hi.
Hi.
Real simple. And then you have здравствуйте, which is more like
group of people, respectful, yes.
More formal. So that's more
formal,
like
yeah.
hello, maybe.
Yes.
Okay. So hi versus hello. Okay, I can understand that. And you know, the first time you were teaching me this, I was going Здравствуйте.
Right, and there is no ch.
There's no
sound
ch
in
at the
there.
end. It's just
No,
more of a
there's
t.
no. Здравствуйте. It's a T.
Здравствуйте. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And in my non-translated English brain, I kind of hear a little bit of Здравствуйте. It's more like, what's up with you?
No.
I hear that, like,
Let's
what's up with you?
not,
What's
no.
up with you? What's up with you?
Let's not associate it with English. No.
All right.
Just
Well,
a
it has to make sense to me, so that's what I do inside my head sometimes.
That's fine.
Okay, so moving along, we have hi and hello.
Yeah.
Привет, здравствуйте. Now, for the listeners, I went the extra mile, literally, maybe about 5,000 extra miles. And I went to Ukraine. We went to Ukraine, and this is something that I noticed.
No, you're not gonna make it.
I won't make that late. I noticed in the shops, the people who work in the shop, they would greet you, but they would say neither привет nor здравствуйте. They would say something else. Do you remember?
Well, first of all, can we just say that people in Ukraine don't really say anything when you walk into the store? That's probably bad.
All right, well,
bad reputation.
customer
But
service.
Sometimes we are getting better. Yes, in the country we are getting better, and yes, so they would say something, I guess, like "Здрасте."
Yeah, and that was
Shorter version of "Здравствуйте."
shorter version of здравствуйте. I think that was more of a common
Language, right?
Common language.
It's more of a slang kind of thing. It's not bad or anything. It's not something that you would use in the professional circles.
No, I get that. And what I want to say is that, you know, we don't live our lives in a textbook or in simply professional. It's usually more more personal how we speak to each other. So I want to give the listeners things that they maybe haven't heard on other shows, but what the real people are speaking in the real actual world. So you wouldn't use it a lot, but I did notice Zdrastia, and I had studied a little bit, and I didn't hear that in any of the studying.
It's just something you pick up on when you actually over there. You know, little things that you don't really know until you surround yourself with native speakers.
Okay, so we have привет, which is like hi. We have здравствуйте, which is more formal, like hello. And then we have a shortened slang version of that called здрасте.
Здрасте.
All right, perfect. Okay, so now we've said hello. Some other forms of greeting, sometimes you might mention the time of day. So, for instance, like right now we're driving to work. It's morning.
Yep. You walk into the office and you say, "Доброе утро."
Доброе утро.
Yes, 2 words. Доброе. And what's your endings as well, because they will be changing down the road. So it's доброе утро.
So you mean the ending of what? Доброе?
Yes, the ending of доброе, it will be different depending on what word stands after that.
All right, we'll come back to that in a second. So доброе, basically good, kind of.
The way you say it kind of sounds like you say добрая, which would be pointing to the feminine, but it's actually it, so a third person. So it would say доброе. Доброе. You don't accent on it, but I'm just highlighting it so you hear it. Доброе утро.
Okay, доброе утро. That's good morning.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So after the morning, you have afternoon. How would you say good afternoon?
Добрый день. And see how the ending already changed? Добрый.
Okay,
день.
so it was доброе, which is, I guess, feminine?
Nope.
No?
It.
It. Oh,
Yeah.
so it's the third
person.
Third person? Yeah, I think it's okay.
Yeah.
He, she, or it. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so the Dane is more, I guess, masculine.
День is a masculine, yeah.
So that's just добрый.
Добрый
Okay.
день.
And dang is that weird little soft G ending I don't know why I have trouble with that. I'm going to take the G off in my head and make it dang with no G, because if I put the G, it'll be dang, like dang it.
Do not use dang it.
Dang it? Not pronouncing this right. So dang, добрый день.
День. Make it softer.
Ding, ding, ding. Okay, добрый день, good afternoon.
That's
all right,
good. Yeah.
Good day, good afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, after that we have, I guess, evening. So
Nature, so that would start around sunset, maybe 5, 6 p.m. or so, and runs until about 10 p.m. And that would be вечер. Добрый вечер.
добрый вечер.
And that's as well masculine, so you have the same ending as день. Добрый вечер.
Добрый вечер.
You know that funny letter was the little hat on top of
Looks
it.
like a pyramid. Looks like
So you literally pronounce it y. Say y.
Yeah. Okay.
Добрый
Добрый вечер.
Yeah, but
okay.
you know, I'm highlighting it again.
I got you.
So you can understand. Добрый вечер.
Okay. So we got morning, afternoon, evening. I guess night would be the last one. So would you say доброй ночь?
You would say доброй ночи.
Ночи?
Yes, ночи. The ending is changing as well, but it's not commonly used as доброй ночи. You can say that if you walk in, for example, to the store at nighttime, you would say доброй ночи to everybody, but usually you would say спокойной ночи, which is good night, and that would be used around, you know, the time when you are leaving and saying goodbyes. You would say спокойной ночи.
All right, so let's go back. First of all, there's a couple things here.
Did we jump?
Noche is like the same as Spanish.
Is it?
Like buenos noches.
Okay.
So apparently somebody from a Latin-speaking country hooked up with someone from a Ukrainian-speaking country while they were creating these languages. Or a Russian-speaking country. Yeah, that's pretty funny. That's the same exact word. So you would not say.
So yeah,
it's not as common to say доброй ночи.
Доброй ночи. Yeah, you would still use добрый вечер, no matter, you
добрый
know.
вечер.
Even if it's like 1 a.m. in the morning, you would still say добрый вечер, доброй ночи. I guess you can say that, but in my experience, we don't really say that much.
So you just mentioned a common one. If it was nighttime and you were saying goodbye to someone.
Right, and if you are saying goodbye, you would say спокойной ночи, and of course that's just saying have a good sleep, good night. So
have a good sleep.
So спокойной means calm, ночи, night. So have a calm night.
I like that. Have a calm night. So, but that's more of you wouldn't, like, say for instance you were going to a late dinner party, it's 10 o'clock at night, you wouldn't walk in and say спокойной ночи.
No.
So this is more of a goodbye.
No, you would walk in and say здравствуйте, добрый вечер, здравствуйте. In fact, you can combine those two and just say добрый вечер, здравствуйте, здравствуйте, добрый вечер. You know, whatever way you want to when you walk in.
Okay, so let's just recap. We have of the times of day greetings, we have доброе утро, good morning.
That's right.
Добрый
день,
good afternoon. Добрый вечер, good evening. And then you'd have
доброй ночи.
Доброй ночи.
And then when you are leaving, you would say спокойной ночи.
Спокойной ночи is a...
What if you're leaving in the daytime? What do you say? You know this one.
Well, there's I guess the most famous one from all the...
Movies taught you.
Yeah, from all the movies, all the Russians are bad people in movies apparently. So they would say "До свидания" just before they kill you.
Way as you said right now.
Yeah, just before they kill you. Okay.
Well, you don't have to say it in that tone though.
До свидания is just a formal way to say
saying goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yes.
Okay.
До свидания.
And then, of course, in Ukraine, when I went there, I heard that once or twice, but what I heard more of was a simple funny little word called пока.
Пока.
Yeah, пока. I thought that was
just saying bye.
Bye.
Пока.
So that's just more
Not
informal.
Bye.
Yeah.
Пока.
Okay,
Totally
so пока.
okay to use. Yep.
Пока is just informal bye.
But again, for example, if you were saying пока, goodbye, to somebody's mom, or you know, to a person who you never met before, and you want to use respectful form, like a formal form, you would say до свидания. That would be more appropriate. But to family, friends, somebody your age, somebody you just met but they are your age and you feel comfortable, you would say пока.
Пока. And I noticed that they usually never said one пока, they usually said multiple пока.
Пока.
Пока, пока. So kind of like bye-bye, I guess.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So, okay.
Wait. Are we going to use kisses? Chum-chum?
Well, that's...
You know how I say to my mom all the time, пока, chum-chum.
Okay, so that's like a family thing that you say.
I would say chum-chum to Oksana too.
Okay, so family friends.
Right.
All right, so what is it? How do you pronounce it?
Well, you know, and that's kind of more of a girlish thing, I guess, too.
All right, so guys out there, this is, close your ears, this is not for you.
No, but I would like it for you to say that to me. That would be sweet.
Chum, chum,
cute.
chum, chum, chum.
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 Chum, chum. Okay, so that's also...
And that's kiss, kiss.
Kiss. Okay, so definitely not for the guys. If you want to look manly.
No, hey, I would love for you to say that to me.
Okay, well I'll add that into the vocabulary. So, speaking of goodbyes, I think that's going to do it for this episode. I want to keep it under 15 minutes or so.
Wait, but let's recap really quick. Just go
I think we did recap.
No, I will go in English and you go in Russian. So then
let's do it.
Okay, so first we learned hello.
Привет.
Formal.
Oh, formal was здравствуйте.
Hi.
Привет.
Good morning.
Доброе утро.
Good afternoon.
Добрый день.
Good evening.
Добрый вечер.
Good night.
Доброй ночи.
And how do you say goodbye?
Which one?
Formal goodbye.
До свидания.
And how do you say good night?
Спокойной ночи.
And how do you say bye-bye?
Пока.
Bye-bye.
Пока-пока.
And how do you to say
Tum-tum, пока-пока. That's going to do it for this episode. Lesson 1, thanks for listening. Hope you picked something up, and we will see you on Lesson 2.